It's funny, we've all been saying for years at this point how out of touch Call of Duty is. I've talked about it a lot in my videos. A lot of other creators have talked a lot about it in their videos as well too. And I think some of it is ignorance. Definitely some of it is ignorance. Play-Doh eaters over there making Call of Duty games. And you know, some of it is definitely on purpose. You can't be this dumb. They know what their matchmaking and a lot of other things does to this franchise, does to the loyal fan base that have been here for so many years. They know what this shit does. And I seen this post on Twitter yesterday. I thought this shit was funny as hell. I just wanted to share this with you guys. So from the official Call of Duty Twitter account, they put up a post asking you, all of us, to post a gaming picture that gives you video game anxiety. The jokes really do write themselves sometimes, don't they, gentlemen? You can't make this shit up, man. Like, who's running this account over there? This official Call of Duty Twitter account. Who's running it? Is it Joe Csot? Is this it, like his side hustle? So he gets his salary, right, to ruin Modern Warfare games. Even Modern Warfare Deuce and Half. Apparently, Infinity Ward's been kind of calling some of the shots with this game. Some of the shots that we don't like with this game. So does he get his salary to like ruin Modern Warfare games, and then he does this as his side hustle so he has a little extra bread so he can go play World of Tanks and buy all their microtransactions and shit? Is this Joe Csot? Because I can't tell you how many times I'm driving home from work or whatever it is. I'm like, all right, man, we're going to get a little session going, a little recording session. Going to get some gameplay for some future videos. And I boot up Modern Warfare Deuce and Half, and even though I like this game, I feel like I got to keep reiterating that because people think, because I rant about some things that I don't like or whatever it is, they think that I straight up hate this game. I actually don't, man. The OG Modern Warfare 2 maps, I love it, bro. Even though they don't play the same, I love it. It's pure nostalgia for me. Does it get stale? Of course it gets stale, especially with a lack of original content with this game, with the guns, the streaks, the whole nine. There's nothing really original here. So hell yeah, it gets stale. But I still like this multiplayer, and I will boot up Modern Warfare Deuce and Half, and I will just sit there for minutes staring at the start menu. I keep telling myself to press the button, and I can't press the button. What is the definition of anxiety? I can't press that button because of your whack-ass matchmaking. So of course I clap back to them, and you know, I didn't have much time. The whole reason why I jumped on Twitter was because the hockey game already just started, right? So I missed the lines. I wanted to see if the head coach did a little shake up with the lines. So I jumped on Twitter just to see if he shook up the lines because I already missed that part of it by the time I tuned into the hockey game. So I was just jumping on to check that out real quick and get back to the game. I just wanted to check out them lines. And then this was the first thing I seen. So of course I'm going through different images in my head. I'm like, well, should I put like a bunny hopping nerd in like some type of you know, pink rabbit skin or some shit like that, or like Laura Croft or Nicki Minaj or some shit, some nerd like that bunny hopping, or a whole team of bunny hopping nerds all using meta with a little PNG of a Chronos Zen or whatever the fuck they're called, a little Chronos, a little picture above each one of their heads, like shit. I'm going through all these different images real quickly in my head, and I'm like, what should I put, man? What should I go try to find? And I was like, you know what? I ain't got time for all that. So I just put up a picture of the Call of Duty logo. I'm like, here, you want to know what gives me fucking anxiety? This is what gives your boy anxiety. This is what gives us a lot of anxiety. And the homie Branch Off Bush comes back. Like he hits me back almost right away. And he's like, I got you, Gil. And he gives us 4 screenshots of the fucking patent they got in their matchmaking. I was dying when I seen this shit. I was like, yo, bro. Actually, shout out to homie Branch Off Bush, man. He's been a subscriber for a while. One of the homies. He actually put together a video. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. It's about 6 hours long. Like, I guess you guys can imagine. It's probably going to take me weeks to watch this joint. But to my understanding, he did a good job on this shit. But to my understanding, it's a compilation of a whole bunch of different people. I don't know if I made the cut in that video. I don't really talk about the patents, so I probably wouldn't. I mean, I did talk about the patents back in Cold War, and I remember that's when YouTube really started messing with my videos a little bit, so I might have deleted those videos. I did talk about the patent in Cold War. I haven't really talked about it much since, except for just like mentioning it here and there, but like as for going into details and like really looking at it and all this shit, haven't really been making much videos on that. So I don't know if I made the cut into this 6-hour compilation. But, you know, he put together a tight little video. You guys should go check it out. Show the homie some love. I'll put a link to the video in the description. Like I said, make sure you got some time though, man, because this joint is about 6 hours long. I think he's got Asmongold in there and Why So Serious. There's a whole bunch of people breaking down the patents. It's disgusting matchmaking and the patents that they have in this matchmaking. Even if it's just an entire video of him taking clips from other people, like, dude, the amount of editing that would go into that, just mad respect, dude. I gotta be honest. My least favorite thing about doing YouTube, people ask me this all the time, man. What is one thing you don't like about doing YouTube? Well, one thing is the nerds that get butthurt about people's opinions on video games. Like, yeah, I could do without these nerds showing up to my channel crying in the comment section on a daily. But the one thing I don't enjoy about YouTube is editing, man. I just, dude, I don't have that part of the brain or whatever it is, man. I do not enjoy editing. I wish you could just record the commentary and then boom, it's up on your channel. That's it. The gameplay is there. You're good. The video's done. You record the video, done. Forget about it. Like, dude, editing is just not for me, man. And to put together a video 6 hours long, damn, that took a lot of time. So shout out to the homie Branch Off Bush. It's funny, we still have so many degenerate little nerds out here. Just stupid, dumb as a bucket of shrimp. Beta male little bitches that will defend this. Actually, they'll just straight up deny it. Call us all conspiracy theorists with tinfoil hats and all this shit. Even though the patent is right here, you can go read it. It's going to take some time, but you can go read the patent for yourself. But these defenders, these COD fanboys, they will try to defend it by saying, oh, well, we had some broken gunfights in the older Call of Duties, man. It's like, that's how they're telling. You're telling me you're a noob without telling me you're a noob. Because yes, we did have some broken gunfights. I mean, we were peer-to-peer back in the day. Of course we were going to have some broken gunfights back then, especially when they introduced lag compensation in Modern Warfare 3. Because if you actually played the old school Call of Duty games, you know that it's way more extreme now than it ever was. It's in your face. It's so much more direct. These new gen COD players, like, they think that it's normal for your bullets to just stop working. Like, yeah, we used to have revenge spawns back in the day. It is way worse nowadays. All of these things, they think that this shit is normal. Just like they think it's normal to get online and sweat your fucking ass off all game long, every game. I actually seen a post on Twitter just the other day. I can't remember who it was, or else I would say their name. It was some random person I just seen in my timeline. Sometimes I won't tell you guys the person's name because I don't want to potentially send anybody over there being like, oh, you said this, you're dumb or whatever, just because I have respect for these people or whatever. But I don't agree with something that they said or their opinion on this or whatever it is. So sometimes I'll just leave their name out. For this person, I straight up can't remember what their name is. When I remember they put up a post, maybe it was somebody that I follow that interacted with it or something, but it was in my timeline. And this person says something like, he's defending skill-based matchmaking, and he says something like, imagine playing a first-person shooter like Call of Duty and expecting it not to be competitive. And he said a bunch of other stupid shit too, and I'm just looking at this and I'm like, dude, tell me you're a noob without telling me you're a noob. And I'm looking at, imagine that. Imagine having a public match that doesn't feel like a pro tournament. We used to have that back in the day, believe it or not. Black Ops 2 did it perfectly, man. You had the combat training for the noobs. You had public matches for everybody in between with the best connection. And then you also had your league play for your ranked matches when you wanted to get your sweat on. Yeah, you had the choice of sweating back in the older days of Call of Duty. I would have some games here where I was in the mood to sweat. If you decided to sweat, that was because you chose to do so. You were in a really good mood or whatever. You wanted to go off and drop a swarm or whatever it is. You felt like sweating. You didn't sweat because you had to. Back in the day, you could go like 25-10 or some shit like that without balls to the wall trying your fucking hardest. And nowadays, you're sweating your ass off just to go a lousy 20-15 or some shit. And that's a good game right there. I know you guys know what I'm talking about in this day and age of the whack-ass matchmaking they have in Call of Duty. You know, you're going balls to the wall for 20-15, bro. Like, nobody's having fun doing that shit, man. Nobody's like, you got kill streaks in your game, but the matchmaking don't even allow you to get them unless you reverse boost or you get an on-the-house lobby because you're getting your ass whipped so many games back to back to back. You know, you'll get a gimme lobby so you could drop some streaks. They got kill streaks, but it's so in your normal lobbies, it's so hard to fucking get them. It's, dude, it's incredible, man. These These new gen Call of Duty cringe little sweats. They really think that this is the normal way to play Call of Duty. Sweat, sweat, sweat until you can't sweat no more, until you get off the game. No, man, we used to actually play where ping was king, and you could just play at your own pace, and you still had the option of doing well. That's what a lot of people miss and want back in Call of Duty. Imagine thinking this is normal, actually even defending it. If someone, anyone purchases Call of Duty, you have one option and only one option when you play multiplayer. You got to play that bitch like it's a fucking professional tournament. These nerds out here will defend this shit. We're not even talking about partying up with your homies, man. All right, so let's say you got a homie that you want to play Call of Duty with, but they're a lot weaker at the game than you are. Or they're a lot stronger at the game than you are. This matchmaking guarantees you that at least somebody in that party is going to be miserable for the entire fucking session. And these nerds think this shit is normal. Actually, these virgin beta male cringe weirdo nerds even defend this shit. They think this shit is normal. They can't even see that they're being mind fucked and controlled by the machine. Dude, it is absolutely incredible. They think this is what Call of Duty is, man. This is what Call of Duty always was, and this is what Call of Duty will be. They're too dumb to realize that they're too dumb, man. They think, yeah, you jump online and that's it. You have one option. Who knows, with Season 1 Reloaded just around the corner in a couple of days, they might finally talk about this whack as fuck matchmaking. But I feel like we're all impatiently waiting for it at this point, right? They said it was in the coming weeks. It's been a lot longer than that. We're still waiting. I feel like there might be some legalities there, right? We've seen the patents. You know, you got Bobby the Nerdlet Kodak running the ship for Activision for so many years. You know, they gotta pick up the pieces. They gotta deal with the bill. They're stuck with what the mess that Bobby Kodak made. They're probably thinking of the best way to tell us how the matchmaking works and how intricate it is. I feel like that's why they might be taking so long, but they've been all quiet on that front. We're waiting for the matchmaking talk, but who knows? They might finally talk about it with Season 1 Reloaded. We'll see what they got. But that is all I have for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Just a random commentary, man. I haven't uploaded in a few days. Figured I'd get something out for y'all. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on that next one.